is up. We got another thought off topic. So check it out. As I get deeper into this prep, because I think I have like 15 days, like 2 weeks out. And in my opinion, I don't think I'm lean enough. I don't think my conditioning is good enough. Size is okay. I think I'm heavy. And I don't think I'm as conditioned as I need to be. Honestly. And I have 2 weeks. So I'm going to step up. I'm going to push up the cardio a little bit. And we're just going to double up the cardio. Hopefully that can get us close. I don't think I'll be ready at all. But, whatever. I'm a very competitive person. I have high expectations of myself, and I do not believe that I am going to meet them for this competition, which is unfortunate. My first show, and I don't think I made it, and that's, whatever. But we're still going to do it, and we're going to use it as a learning experience moving forward, knowing that it may take more than what I've been giving. Nothing is a failure as long as you experience. So. But with that being said, I'm still going to push harder. I'm just going to push harder now and see if maybe, and I might be over critiquing myself. That's a possibility, but it's fine. I'm very hard on myself. So I'm just going to double my cardio and hopefully gets us close. Now, people are asking me how I feel, how you feeling being this deep into the prep. And to be quite honest with you, I feel the same as I normally do. As a matter of fact, I feel better the leaner I get. The problem is the amount of food I have to eat still. It still feels like a lot of fucking food. I feel like I'm eating a ton of food. Like, honestly. And I don't even, I'm like, ugh. That's hard. So, like, I have a 50 gram protein shake and 2 rice cakes in the morning. First meal of the day. Second one is 3 egg whites, 1 whole egg, and 45 grams of cream of rice. Meal 2. Meal 3 is 5 ounces ground turkey, a third cup of brown rice. Meal 4 is 5 ounces ground beef and 7 asparagus spears. Meal 5, 5 ounces grilled chicken, 2 rice cakes. Meal 6, 5 ounces ground turkey, 2 rice cakes. That's a lot of food, man. So it's like, that's hard for me to eat all the food. Because like, it just seems like a lot of food at this point, in this stage. So I don't know. But either way, that's what I'm currently eating at the moment. And that's a lot of food. I can't eat all that. And when I'm trying to be like, I feel like, because I'm getting leaner, I am maybe a little more tired, but I don't know though, because I don't get sleep. I don't really sleep at all, and I haven't. It's been the last 3-4 months. I haven't been getting sleep, because when I first started the prep, I was basically on midnight shift, doing 7 at night to 7 in the morning, 7 days a fucking week. So my sleep was very nil. It wasn't much at all for the whole prep. So it's not like I could say maybe I'm a little more tired on that little bit of sleep than I was earlier on. Maybe, I don't know. But that's the thing. It doesn't really matter how I feel, because I don't use my feelings and my emotions as a gauge as to how I am. Just like no matter what, like honestly, it's like it's not even like anything. It's just something I don't even consciously think about how I'm feeling, and that being related to a diet or a lack of food or supplementation. I don't even think about it because I generally always feel kind of crappy. Some days I feel really good, randomly, like once in a blue. But that's not a food effect. That's not a diet effect. I don't know what that would be. Because I eat the same thing. It's like this. I'll eat the same thing for 3 months. Like really healthy, good, on the money, sleep the same, everything's the same for 3 months. And out of that 3 months, there'll be like 3 or 4 days where I feel absolutely spectacular. But there's no rhyme or reason for it. You catch what I'm saying? So I generally feel kind of shitty all the time, no matter what happens. So I don't really know how I'm feeling. I don't even really know how to answer the question. Because I don't even know. The same is my answer, I guess. Because I don't use feelings and emotions and how I feel and stuff as a gauge or a barometer for anything at all. You know what I mean? Because like if I feel shitty, I still got to get X, Y, and Z done. If I feel good, I still got to get X, Y, and Z done. It doesn't matter if I have 1 hour of sleep, 10 hours of sleep, X, Y, and Z must get done, and it will get done, no matter how I feel. So I don't even allow feeling to be a gauge and a thing. Feeling has nothing. It's not even in the mind. Feeling is completely out of the mind. Emotions, feeling, whatever. It's all gone. You know what I mean? It doesn't have a role when I got to get shit done every day. Now, if I have some crazy symptom that I really notice a crazy symptom, I would say it, and then I would pay attention to that, and then I'd try to figure out what that is. But that would be a symptom, you know, not like a feeling. Like I notice, I get like these chills and cold, and I sweat like crazy, and I'm not even hot, like I'm cold, like you know, sweat, chill sweats, whatever, cold sweats. I get like these cold sweats randomly. I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit! What the hell's going on? What? Is it lack of sleep? Is it this? Is it that? So I don't know, but I do think I figured out what it is. I think. All right, so I think because I take a whole bunch of stuff, as you guys know. I do the ECCA stack, which is the ephedrine, the carnitine, the caffeine, the aspirin. That's for fat burning. I've been taking that the entire prep at this point. Yeah. So, and I didn't have the cold sweats the whole time. This is what we need to remember. And this is what I realized. I've always taken carnitine, and I haven't always had the cold sweats. The cold sweats have been a thing for probably the last month. I get them basically every day around about the same time, and I know they're around the supplement time, around when I take my shit. Okay, so now it took me a little while to figure that out. Okay, it's definitely a supplement side effect of some sort. So then I think about what I take. You know, it's not the ECCA stack because I've taken that on its own and didn't have this. I've taken carnitine on its own, I didn't have this. And the creatine, I've also realized that as I'm getting leaner, I think it's the creatine causing the nauseousness in the mornings for the gym. So now this creates a debate now as to supplement company, because for the longest time I was under the influence that creatine was creatine, didn't matter. Don't buy the expensive stuff. Don't just. So I may have a change of thought on this. It may make sense to be careful what creatine you get from where, because I've never been nauseous from creatine at all. Now, I don't know if that's also this particular creatine, because I'm so lean on an empty stomach, combined together, and this is a factor, nauseousness. Because when I don't take it, I don't really get nauseous. That's also the same thing with that pre-workout. But I've taken the pre-workout and not gotten nauseous. I've also taken the pre-workout and did get nauseous. So, was the creatine the factor? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm leaning towards creatine being the issue for the morning nauseousness, but it also may be the pre-workout. But it also could be a combination of all those things with the lack of sleep. Alright, so, so those aren't the cold sweat symptoms. The MK677 I've been taking for about 3-4 months. That's not it. I haven't had this the whole time, right? So we got to try to figure out what was recently, and then I've come to understand that I think it might be the dandelion root. Now, when I take that, I usually take 3 tabs. Hour later, I have fucking cold sweats and all that. Now I understand that that's part of the way it works to break down body fat, because dandelion root is helps burn body fat and pull the water out of your body. So makes sense. The cold sweats, right? I piss a bit more. Now I think 3 tablets. I think it's 3,000 milligrams for 3 tablets. I'm pretty sure. When I take 3,000 milligrams, I get them. I don't know if I'll get it with 2 or 1. That'll be the next chapter now that I've gotten it down to know. I think it's dandelion. And this is another reason why I know. I didn't take dandelion. I took it yesterday right before I went to work, and then I felt cold sweats driving into work, and it was uncomfortable. I took it this morning after I ate my food, and then I woke up quite uncomfortable and then complete sweaty as a mother. And I had a fan blowing on me the entire time, so I sweated through a fan. That was a new fan too that blows quite well. So I actually sweated through that. If you think about that. At the same time, I was also cold and I had the blanket up. So I do think 3,000 milligrams of dandelion root makes me feel like shit, only because it gives me that crazy side effect of that crazy sweating and cold chills. Very, very uncomfortable feeling. It's not cool. I don't like it, but it works like a motherfucker, dandelion root. I'm telling you right now, and it's cheap. Now, what you need to figure out is your tolerance level. Where now maybe I'll do the 3,000 milligrams and have it timed correctly, like before I go into the gym, because it'll induce sweating, but my body will be so warm from training it might not affect it, and I might not even really feel it because I'm so pumped and amped. So that's what we're going to try next with the 3,000 milligrams. Also, I was taking it twice a day before. I'm going to continue to take it twice a day. I'm going to take the 3 right before the gym, see if I feel them, and then I'm going to take 2 later on, so it'll be 2,000 milligrams, and then we're going to see if 2,000 milligrams does the same thing or not. It may not, but if it doesn't, then I've realized my tolerance level where I might be best at is the 2. We're also going to take into consideration the 3,000 milligrams I'm going to take prior to the gym, and then I will update y'all on what the deal is with that. Other than that, we're 15 days out, just over, basically 2 weeks out. I appreciate everyone's support. I weigh in at about 195 naked first thing in the morning. So I am confident I can pull 10 pounds of water out of my body for a weigh-in. I've done it before in the past, my fighting days. I could pull 10 pounds of water out and hit that 185 to be that middleweight. And that's the goal, my friends. My goal is to be 185 in 2 weeks for the show, so I could be, it's basically as big and dry and lean as I could possibly get at this point to be 185. Now, if I was able to, if I got the body fat off sooner, I think 185 might be my spot, right? And then what I'm thinking is what I need to learn to do, or what I need to work on, is get bigger while still staying at the 185. Now, the way we achieve said goal would be to have less body fat, which means you have to have better conditioning. The water aside, we can get to 10 pounds of water, so we can always deduct 10 pounds from whatever we got. So if we're going to be doing a 195, if that ends up being where I'm at, and I got to cut the 10 pounds of water to get to 185, we know the 195, what 195 looks like. Now, let's just say my walking around weight right before the show was 190, and then we pulled 10 pounds of body weight water. Now we know what that looks like at 180 pounds. We know what my body fat looks like. We know how the water looks. We know. And if we can do that, we know we can get more muscle. Because if we get to that same level of conditioning but have more muscle, we can look bigger at the 180 or the 185. You understand? Are you tracking? I hope so. I hope I did a decent job explaining how this whole thing works. And I am currently going through a couple different music choices for my routine. To either have fun with the whole thing, like really have fun with it, smiley, high energy, or more of a dark, deep, artistic, more serious sound. So I'm between, and then there's another one that's more of a middle of the road rap song, no cursing like that. It's more hip hop rap. Basically, just like motivational, a little bit more of a motivational style rap of, yep, I'm here and I'm coming, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, we're up in the air between those options. And that's where we're at. That's our update. I haven't done a truck talk in a while, so we can say this is the truck talk. 15 days out. It ended up, it wasn't supposed to be that, but that's what it turned into, because I didn't go to the gym. I took the day off today. Much needed day off. So that's it. That's all I got. Stay real, stay strong, stay living with integrity and honor. Be respectful and you'll be respected. Don't let anybody tell you no. Don't let them stop you from going after whatever it is you want to go after. Don't be afraid to be different. You don't have to be like everyone else. What the fuck is normal anymore? There is no normal. This ain't the 50s or the 60s. This is 2025. What's normal? Amish just rode by on a wagon, a horse-drawn wagon. What's normal? To them, we're weird. To us, they might be weird. Some people may think. What's normal? That seems pretty damn peaceful. But do you. Fucking do you. Don't anybody stop you. That's it. I'll see you next time. I gotta go. Ciao. Peace. Love.